We look forward to host you to another edition of the Ghana CEO Summit in an atmosphere of learning, insight sharing, and above all, unearthing the most viable ways of making our economy work in the face of global trends in an atmosphere of cross-sectorial network.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we say welcome to each and every one of you to the 4th Ghana CEO Summit.
For more than 2 generations, we are proud that the best-run businesses run SAP. Customers are impacted by external market forces in all areas: society, technology, the economy, and our environment. And this disruption is not only happening in larger markets, but also in smaller industries in far reaches of the world. For more than a quarter of a century, the world's greatest brands have trusted SAP to run their businesses.
I'm very happy with my team, with Société Générale Ghana team here to share with you some big convictions we have in Africa and in Ghana. We are a multinational bank with a large setup, and we can say without doubt that we are a Pan-African bank.
Let me thank the organizers of this Ghana CEO Summit for creating such a unique platform where over 400 CEOs gather at one place to discuss issues of relevance to their businesses and the economy in general.
Last year we were here and we did make a presentation to this house concerning our developments which were ongoing. And this year we have come again. We would want to report to the house, the entire CEO family.
And so this morning we delve straight into the heart of the matter, the technology panel. It's my pleasure to invite to moderate the panel the CEO of Blue Space, Mr. Samuel Amano, together with all his panelists, Mr. Moses Baden, Madame Estelle Akofio-Sowa, Mr. Selom Adadevo, Mr. Amar S. Deep, Mr. Hussein Fakri, Mr. Yemi Saka, Eric Osiakwa, Herman Chinri Hesse. Ladies and gentlemen, they are yours for the applause.
How do we take advantage of sort of the new technology trends? How are exponential technologies helping us shape how we deal with our customers and how we interact even on a personal basis as well? So looking forward to the engagement and looking forward to the conversation.
Since the summit is all about technology, I had volunteered that we will present a live business case on how technology can impact a business. And we wanted to showcase how we have been able to use technology to grow in this particular sector, in the licensed bank business.
The first reason why we should pay attention to this theme is because mobile technology is fully democratized, and there are more phones and mobile devices than people in Ghana and elsewhere. For those of us in the telecommunications industry, and indeed looking at the impact across all sectors, it is fair to say that futuristic economy is not very far from us.
Our next session essentially will be looking at a discussion on building an African multinational.
Standard of work is standard of work. You cannot have a standard of work in one country which is lower than the other country. If we have to operate in this global market, then we have to understand that this is the market we operate in. And just to take ABN and David as an example, we are Lexel accredited, which means that we are a Lexel certified law firm of the Law Society of England and Wales. The standard you get in England is the standard you get, and I cannot lower the standard in any country.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is the very last panel, and the brief is very simple. And what I'd like to achieve with this conversation is to get a sense of where you think government and business can come together on the foundation of technology to drive this economy forward.
For the banking sector, a man who sweeps 3 awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we have him taking the CEO of the decade, the CEO Hall of Fame, and finally, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of the Year in that regard. Would you please make welcome the CEO and Group Chairman of the Fidelity Group, Mr. Edward Effah. And now, Mr. Vice President, we have a surprise for you. It now falls to the Group Chairman of the Fidelity Group, Mr. Edward Effah, to do us the honors. A round of applause as he comes.
I'm glad to open the second day of this CEO Summit. This morning, I'm going to look at the issues from a different perspective. While we look at technology and the systems that are required to prepare for the future, we should not forget that the people involved would have to acquire the right skills and training to embrace the future. On this note, I will say, let us all start preparing to create the workforce that will drive the organizations of the future.
This morning, we delve straight into the heart of the matter, corporate governance and ethics. Prior to that, ladies and gentlemen, it's befitting that we have an inside perspective on this topic.
This morning, I want to speak to you about future fit leadership in the next few minutes. Future fit leaders understand the context in which they lead. Number two, future fit leaders need to be nimble at change and become adaptable. In an age of disruption, businesses live or die by their ability to adapt. Therefore, embracing the understanding that what got us here will not necessarily get us into tomorrow. What got us here worked yesterday. So yesterday's logic, as they say, will not take us into tomorrow's success.
Both in the public and the private sector, we have a corporate governance challenge. Of course, when it comes to the SMEs, the average SME in Ghana is a one-generational institution. And the reason is their corporate governance is almost non-existent.
Businesses themselves don't know how to sell their business in a proper way. So the idea of this session is really to help you, companies, whether you're large or not, by the way, understand the mindsets of those with the money and understand what you need to do to increase your chances of attracting funding.
So this afternoon, what we are going to do is almost afternoon. What we are going to do is that we are going to look at, I can't say if your friend's beard is on fire, look for water and put it by you. So we are going to look at the biggest challenges that our panelists faced, how they are transforming to face those challenges, and then we'll advise ourselves in all of our business.
So for Guarantee Trust Bank, we entered the market in 2006, at a time when there were very big players already in the industry. And so we had to define our own path and define the set of products that we thought would sell.
So if I'm to understand what you're saying, what you identified as the biggest challenge was setting yourself apart from competition in terms of process.
Precisely.
Well, for me, the biggest challenge was quality. It was extremely important for us to realize that it's not because we're in Ghana, therefore we should accept things as they are. We want to manufacture things that are just as good as any other company in the world.
Our journey with the SAP began not too long ago, but I should say that it's been exciting. And especially the consultants that we're working with are marvelous. They make sure they follow up and ensure that whatever they're doing with us is going to get us to where we want to go.
Some of us may be competitors, but this forum provides a rich platform designed to share ideas on our collective uncertain future, emerging trends, and the need for a strategic repositioning of our industries and economy to meet the quirks of modern global economies. You are the industry thought leaders. You are the risk takers and innovators.